First, sir, tell me your name.
My name is Anoop Singh Bali.
Anoop Singh Bali.
Yes.
Can I ask how old you are?
I am 83.
And in 1947, where were you?
I was actually not in Kashmir, but I came here when this evacuation and this trouble started. This raid started, so I came here.
So when did you reach this place? When did you reach Baramulla?
I played when these Qabalis had entered Kashmir. And this partition, I was in Indian Airline, so we have come to evacuate people, you know. So I came here, then the Qabali had already raided here.
They'd already reached here?
I have reached, that was number 47.
So when you reached Baramulla, were the raiders still here or had India?
They were here, but they had come up to this place, our Baramulla, and more of our houses were also burned. More.
So when you came to Baramulla, when you got back here, what was the town like? What had happened in the town?
That time, Qawwalis, that raiders are going back. And after some time, our Indian army also started coming in.
And what condition was the town in?
Condition was people were very frightened and most of the houses were looted. And especially Hindu and Sikhs, their conditions was very bad. Most of them, almost everybody had evacuated, had gone, left this place, and they are settled in out of Kashmir, you know. And their Qabalis actually, they had come to raid, and Pakistan had told them, "Ki bhai, you go, you fight there and loot, and that's your property." They had two sets. One with guns, another with sack, these bags. They were raiding a village, then people were going, then they were looting their bags, that group was filling bags and taking away, looting property.
Were your family's properties looted?
Everything we left here. We could not carry even shoes. I was not, my wife was here. And she went barefooted because Qabalis had already reached there and their immediate firing and all these things. It's very difficult. People have run away like anything. From here, from these jungles, they went to a place. There they gathered, that's a village near Ichama. There about 5,000 Sikhs were gathered. They reached there, it's just Budgam district. And they were raided daytime. About 30 to 40 Qawwalis with guns, they came, automatic guns, and they started firing on them. And
what are you calling them? You're calling Qawwalis?
Qawwalis, they are tribals. Pakistan have used them to tribals. And tribals, they were nuisance for them also. Tribals are those Qawwalis live with Afghanistan and Indian border.
Did you see them?
No, I'm not. Pakistan border and Qawwali. Yes, I have seen their dead bodies were here. I had come 7 days of this Pakistani had left from this place. I came to Baramulla. And on the roadside, I have seen bodies of these Qawwalis.
The raiders?
Qawwalis were these Pathans, actually, they are on border of Pakistan and Afghanistan.
What did they look like?
They look short-sighted, short-statured and very built, strong. Pathans, yet with beards and all these things. They are looking nice. And that time, it was like that. And they looted property from here. Young girls, they have taken from here. Any girl they would see, whether it was Muslim girl. And you know what happened here? We had our servant, he had two beautiful girls. Qawwalis happened to see that girl. He said, no, it's our girl, it's not Sardar's girl. Okay, no, this is Kafir's girl. Because they wanted and say it's Kafir girl, they took her.
They took her?
They took her.
So this was your Muslim servant's daughter?
Stores here, his village, he was living here, and he took that girl. Just, he knew that it is his girl, but they took her. They never spared even Muslims here.
Did she ever come back?
Who?
The girl that they took, did she ever come back home?
No, how was it? Most of the girls taken, they are not come back. They are not even given to these Qawwalis. Pakistanis have married those girls. They have taken them. And all looted property had also been taken by Pakistan.
Tell me the story again of your servant and his daughters. Just what you've just telling me. Tell it me one more time if you could.
He is just living. He was our land tenant. That I came here after these Qawwalis had left the place. I came and visited them, and they explained and they wept. One girl, she jumped when Qawwali wanted to catch. He jumped from first floor and this leg was broken.
And tell me the story again of your servant and his daughters.
Same thing, I am telling you, the same daughter, same girl. When they wanted to catch her, she was up and she was frightened. And she jumped from the first floor and she broke her
leg. And there was the daughter that they abducted?
Then I think that she was abducted, her leg was broken. But they would never spare. Even if she is Muslim or Hindu or Sikh girl, no. They would take them and just saying she is not she is a Kafir's girl. Such things were there. They are all, very barbaric in that way. Very barbaric.
But these must have been very difficult times for the Sikhs here in Baramulla.
Nobody, about 20 to 25,000 Sikhs have been killed in that side area, yes. My father-in-law and his whole family was massacred here in Dalgate, this Sopur. They are asked to gather there, and these Qawwalis came on vehicles with full these guns, and they fired them, killed them, massacred 1,000 of them.
The Muslims here in Baramulla, the Kashmiri Muslims, did they support the raiders at first?
Muslims...
did they welcome the raiders?
How could they help? They never welcomed it, but how could they help? They were also poor fellows. They were also helpless, They had to help them. If they don't do it, they would kill them also. So Kashmir, I tell you, before this partition, was the only state in India, crimeless state. And we are living nothing, I tell you, Muslim, Hindu, nothing. We are living like... There was no distinction. He is Muslim, he is Hindu, he is Sikh, nothing. It is only after this now it has come out, when this partition was done. Otherwise, not a single crime was there of any sort in Kashmir, I tell you.
After the raid, how many of the Sikhs here in Baramulla left?
They are scattered, gone outside, living outside, but Sikhs are hardly 1%, 1.1%, very small. Only in Baramulla you see Sikhs. I think it's 30,000 Sikhs are only in J&K. What do you think? Itne honge? Sir, only in Baramulla, that's all.
Do you think that the tribal raid was the start of Kashmir's problems?
Their raid?
Was that the start of Kashmir's problems, that raid?
No, that didn't. That rather was wrong, that has made this problem most difficult. And that only they spoiled it. It would have been better if they had negotiated, and that time our government was also, because they had to gone through, that's why they wanted to do some, but this Kawali raid and all this thing had made, because terrorist, it was nothing but terrorism that time. So people were all, even local, our Muslim brothers, they were also shocked, nobody was happy.
Why did the raiders pick on Sikhs in particular?
Hindus actually, they had left and they Kawali could not recognize them because they are just same.
So they couldn't tell the Hindus and the Muslims apart?
Sikhs are, they have distinction immediately, they can be recognized,
Because of the turban?
So turban and all this, so they could easily. But there's no difference between a Pandit, a Hindu, or this gentleman. They used to put a tilak and they can remove it, that's all.
You say what happened in 1947 was terrorism. There is still terrorism here, isn't there?
It was absolutely, it was not an open raid by Pakistan. It was through those raiders. That's raiders, they were Qabalis, whatever there. And they were used. And our Kashmir was terrorized by that raid. Otherwise,
but is Kashmir, do you think, still terrorized today?
Terrorism is there still, everybody is terrorized. You don't know anywhere there is a mine laid or there is some grenade maybe come out, poor innocent people die. It's not only the uniformed people are dying, A grenade is thrown, whatever. Someone walking through, anybody, bachas, ladies, all these, anybody can be killed. And it has happened. Most of the civilians have died, innocent people have died by these grades and mines. So it's, of course, terrorize everybody.
What did you hear about what happened at the Baramulla convent in 1947?
National Conference?
No, the convent, St. Joseph's Convent and Hospital. What did you hear about what happened there during the raid? In the convent here in Baramulla, with the nuns.
They were also badly treated. They were also massacred. So they are molested and they had been taken somewhere, I think at that time, but some were killed also. And they were taken out in a procession-like and disgraced condition. That was, that I have not seen, but that was a very, everybody didn't like that, the way they have treated with them.
So the nuns were paraded through the town by the raiders?
They were taken from here. Some of them were there. Everything was looted and all this thing, and they were misbehaved and all this, That was a very bad thing. And some of them, they went back to India somewhere. I think they were killed also. One or two nuns were killed.
And when you reached Baramulla, how many of the buildings were standing? How many had been burnt down?
Most of them, very few, only few which belonged to Sikhs, they were burnt. And otherwise, buildings were all right. There was nothing, no building was disturbed. Only this area, our buildings, 3-4 houses, our houses were burnt. And that's all.
What sort of thing were the raiders looting?
Anything they would find in house, they would take. Whichever suits them, they were taking, and the rest local people were taking it, whatever they could do. When house was open, everything, so they took. But when I came to these people, they had kept our stuff. There was a radio they gave me, and I didn't take anything. They were our neighbors, friends here. We are living very nicely, and they have kept much of the. Only I took from them a radio set, that's all. Rest I said, you take it. Really, they were our tenants. And they are very nice, and they also were very badly treated by them.
When you say there were tenants, did your family own a lot of land?
From highway there to this, all our land. Only our family, from there to all this, all that slope, so it was all.
So the Sikhs here in Baramulla were very wealthy?
Our Baramulla, only our family, proper township. Sikhs are almost living outside in the villages. But only our family was here. And our family that time was well off. We had plenty of land. 3 villages outside were also ours. So that was the time. But who would care for it? We could not come. We were all young those days, all frightened, and all went. Or all children, everybody, they are going working outside. What to do in till now it's worse condition there. So even our Muslim brothers, they have sent their children outside, for studying, because there are no good schooling and all things. People are frightened. It's all not very peaceful situation this time.
Thank you.
No, but the state were it's crimeless state in India, even during British time. Absolutely crimeless state. And there was no distinction between these Muslim, Hindus and all this. Nothing of this. We are living very one family. That was a big thing, I tell you. Now it's almost changed. Still, our local people, we are same. But new generation has come. So they have seen only terrorism. These young, poor children, what they could do. They have seen wrong times. So they have little changed their attitudes. So, but our time people, we were having a very peaceful and very brotherhood time, living very peacefully and nicely here. But no, changes is all over. It's universal now. You can't help it. These things have gone everywhere. It's like that now.
Thank you, sir.
More we scientifically get advanced, the more humanity we are going beyond, away.
Yes, there's truth in that.
Am I right?
Yes, I know exactly what you mean. Thank you. Thank you for your kindness.
No, excuse me. I have given you some.
What all happened.
But let me ask you first of all your name.
I'm Randir Singh.
Randeep Singh.
Randir Singh.
Randir Singh.
Bali, that's right.
Randir Singh Bali.
That's
And
right.
can I ask you your age, sir?
I am now 67.
And in 1947, when the raiders came,
I was 11, I think.
and were you here in Baramulla?
I was in Baramulla very much. I knew what all happened. Exactly how it has happened. We were staying, we had a house here which is demolished now. This is a newly made house that was about 100 years old. We heard everyone, there was a big panic in the town. The Kabbali's have come.
The Kabbali's?
Kabbali's, these tribals. It was a raid by the Pakistan, no doubt. What all happened, we are not aware of it, but this was the only word that Kabbali's are coming and they are not sparing anyone. Because in Muzaffarabad, we had relations. Uri, we had relations. They were mostly transporters. They were coming, running and going to Srinagar. On way they informed us, you also run away, the Kabbali's are coming. So what happened? We being simple person, never knew what raid and all these things are, what Kabbali's are. So we just bolted the outer door of the house. We went in the jungle nearby. We stayed there night with Gujars, and we thought we'll be coming tomorrow morning back. So this was just a thought of what we thought, but we never came back. From there we ran to another village, because our relationships are all over villages around Baramulla. So we went there, and our relation coming from Muzaffarabad, they said, so and so has been killed, so and so being murdered, this thing. Well, this was a general panic, and we also ran for life. So we went, we started going. Then we never looked back on foot. We went village after village, village after village. We went to Singhpura. Singhpura is nearby. My uncle, Bhai Kanhaiya Singh Bali, he was MLA with Maharaja Hari Singh. He had good rapport with Maharani. So he went there to acquire some weapon to face them or to protect ourselves. So he went there, he brought some ammunition and arm, which was distributed to people who were able to who can fire or use it properly. So he supplied. Then he went again and he was killed on way. We lost a very capable person. He would have been a very prominent person. He was a prominent person. Along with it, there are 4 or 5 persons, our relation, they were also killed near Singhpura. From there we went to another village, Dardpura. From Dardpura we went to Ichhama. Ichhama is about 35 miles from Srinagar. But the main aim of Qabilis was to run straight to Srinagar and capture it. Our Maharaja had a very limited force. They tried to fight, they tried to resist, they could not. His generals, brigadiers, another one was killed in Baramulla. His monument is there, but they could not. At that time, the accession to Kashmir was in the progress. There was a negotiation between the Maharaja and the government of India. So what happened then? There we went in Ichhama. There we had a literal encounter with Qabilis. Our men were ready. There was quite a forceful resistance. And that was the last resistance where we faced and fought a very good, very bold battle with them. And we inflicted a lot of casualties on them because they never knew they will resist or they will encounter. Because they were inhabited, they were just running over one place to other, Qabilis.
But you were just 10 then, you must have been very frightened.
Everyone was running, we had only one word, run for life. And people, when we went to the other village, they said, they have come here to bother us, but they never knew that tomorrow they will have to face the same situation. Now they say, yes, because of you people, we have saved ourselves. Many were saved. I have run from 35 kilometers, I have run for my life. From Ichhama to Srinagar on foot, in barefooted, not me only, my younger sister was there, my elder brother, he's professor. He was there, and my parents, they were also, my elder sister, she was on family way. It was a big problem, but we ran.
Did you see the raiders ever?
We have seen. They were, I could make same Qabilis raid up those, this pajama and shalwar, and they were not in this, but arm.
What did they look like?
Normal people, as we see in and Afghanis and these mostly Afghani type, that turban and this kurta and pajama. Maybe others also. But whatever we have seen who was killed and encountered, we could see only that. We were young. We never knew what bullet is, how it is going to. But I have seen bullet coming from this side and this side. The vibration of bullet I could face. I could feel. It was my luck. By running this side and this side, I escaped this bullet. But they have not bothered about anything. The biggest thing and biggest fortune for we people, it was the cooperation of locals. They have given us shelter, food, they have protected us. If they have taken arms, we would have perished long time back.
But of all the Sikhs who were in Baramulla before 1947, how many came back?
We were only about few families. In Baramulla, we had few families. That was only Bali family, one this side, one that side, and this side. There were very few. But most of them came back. We only lost one uncle. But we lost 4 or 5 relation on that side. And we have lost maybe 10 of them. The rest all came back.
But before people realised what sort of thing the raiders would do, did some local people welcome the raiders, want to see the raiders come? Because there was a lot of opposition to the Maharaja.
If there was none from the local who could say a word or resist, or they follow them, or to help them, no. Maybe later on might have happened something, but at that time they were as frightened as we were. But the only difference was they have not killed them, they have only killed Sikhs. And this side of across the river of Baramulla, maximum casualties have taken place. Because they could not reach because of the transportation and others, when they encountered them, they killed them. Ladies, they have taken to Pakistan. Young ladies, others they have killed. We had maximum losses from it's called Kamraj side, lost a lot of losses.
These are Sikh ladies?
Sikh only. Sikh ladies, they have taken a number of them, which have never come back.
But that must be a great sadness to you and your community.
Of course, but can't help it. They were brutal sort of persons. Maybe they had given some job, you have to do this job. Had they not got involved in this womanizing or this looting and all these things, they would have reached Srinagar without any problem. And to good luck, we had a very prominent leader in Baramulla, Sherwani. He was a true nationalist. He has tried to protect the Sikhs to maximum and to stop them, these Qabilis. He was also killed. He was just pulled and to poles in a cinema hall, and he was shot dead there. Very, very known leader. So they tried whatever they could do. But they had signed a job. They were running one direction. And when we reached Srinagar, that time the forces of India came. The 1st Battalion of these Patiala, they came and they encountered. Then they pulled them up to Kohala. They were not much of army, these Qabilis, these tribals. But they were armed, and people here was absolutely unarmed. And they never knew such a thing could happen, ever happen.
What happened at the convent and the hospital?
Well, in the initial stages, my auntie, my mother's sister, we call Masi, her husband was, in fact, this convent, the entire area is being donated by us to Father Shanks and Bruce B.D. Writer. So we had agreement with them that our student college, they will be given preference. Anyway, my uncle, Masar, he was an employee of missionaries in the college, Sardar Mutwal Singh. He also ran, his wife was not well, and these sisters, nuns, they knew her, they kept her inside as a patient. Never thought she is a sick woman. They protected her. In the initial stages, they did some force or nonsense, but they were let free. They didn't bother much. They didn't got involved in that. And there was no much loss. I think one nun or someone was killed or something. This is what we heard. But otherwise, they were in all right.
Were the nuns respected locally?
They had respect. Still, they had respect. That time, it was purely missionary, foreigners. And they had great respect. And they have done a very, very big job, big service to the communities. And they have all respect for us, everyone, for their sake.
When you think about the troubles that Kashmir has had in recent years, when do you think that started with 1947? Do you think that started at that time?
Well, that was, of course, the beginning of it. It was between Pakistan, and then it became Pakistan and India when their forces came. Then it was a fight with Pakistan, these invaders, and Indian forces. They drew them up to Kohala, up to Muzaffarabad, and that became the international, this Kashmir border. This side was India, that side was Pakistan. But trouble started at that time.
It started at that time?
Of course.
You said that again?
Because they did like this. They wanted to, since it was a majority was of Mohammedans, and we were the only minorities, then they, more probably they had some design they wanted to do. But locals were so nice. They were so, we could survive because of them. In a nutshell, I can say.
But do you think the trouble started back in that time?
Of course. Since it is there. When we left this place, the forces of India had come here. We came back only, they recaptured this, Indian forces, Baramulla, this place, then only we could come. Otherwise, there was no way of coming. And the trouble was, of course, that Qabilis, they wanted to capture the state or to, they raided, in fact. And we call them Qabilis or tribals.
And the trouble hasn't finished?
And they came from Pakistan.
And the trouble hasn't finished yet?
Trouble is there. No, the trouble is of different type. No, it is with the liberation of Kashmiris and Pakistan and India. This is of different trouble. That trouble was different at that time. That's the difference.
Thank you very much.
Could you ask him about that? He said he ran for 30 miles or 30 kilometers, whatever. But he also talked about the resistance that they put up for the army.
Yeah.
That remains unclear. If you could.
Yes, so when you say resistance, this was Sikh men getting together with weapons? What sort of resistance?
What we actually did, we had these telephone poles. We used telephone pole, those people, telephone poles as a gun. We were short of ammunition, we were short of guns, and last fight we had there, beyond that these Qabili didn't go. From that point it was at midday when the shot came. All of these Sikhs, ladies and children, were packed in Gurdwara, and there on the top there was a masjid. From there the shot came. And these people who were prepared, that something could happen, they will come, and they had informed, they have come up to such and such place, they will be reaching here tonight or tomorrow. So when they came, it was unfortunate for those Qabilis, they were less in force, because probably they thought they have never had any resistance anywhere on their way. So they thought we will kill them, 4 or 10 of us is enough of. They tried to raid but they were prepared, we were prepared, we had encounter. We killed them and all of them ran back. Then it was evening. We thought they declared, okay, now we cannot help. We too had casualties. You people straight run to Srinagar. From evening, all of us started running from this direction, that direction, wherever we could find the way, we start running. And that was the village we ran up to Srinagar.
It was Ichika? Which place was it?
It was those lake and Buller, those Hokalsar. From Hokalsar we went there. On way we had some kacha rice, raw rice to eat from Hamdan.
The place where you fought?
It was Ichahama. It's still there.
What weapons?
Weapon we had rifles which were acquired from Maharaja's Kaur, and we used those local made guns. We had just to scare them with the gunpowder and barrels to create more this noise and to scare them. And we had a very, very strong encounter with them, and they have to run back.
But who trained you to fire?
We had retired army personnel. My cousin, 2 cousins were there in the ex-army, and we had a lot of them. Ex-army, they were given guns and they said we should do this thing and that thing. This is.
How many tribals were killed in that?
I think 3 or 4. 3 or 4 were killed.
How many of you?
And next day again they came back with full this power and thrust, because few of them who were injured or they were left over or hidden somewhere, they said, okay, we had this. The next day they came with this. We couldn't find anyone.
Did the local Kashmiris join you in the resistance?
No. That they have helped us. They themselves didn't know what is happening. What is happening? They never knew. They were as ignorant as we were. They never knew. They have always helped because they are all known to us. We could speak one word of Kashmiri and they knew it. Qabilis are coming. They have not spared. They have not spared anyone. Whatever they can do to anyone, they have done. This sort of that Qabilis force was.
I'm just going to record 30 seconds or so of silence. So I'm just going to record the ambient sound of the room. मैडम आपका नाम क्या है?
गुणवंत कौर.
गुलवंत कौर?
गुणवंत कौर.
Gunwant Kaur.
G-U-N.
Gunwant Kaur. आपको उम्र कितना है?
73 या 4 ऐसे.
और बंटवारा का समय आप बारामूला में थे?
हाँ, हम लोग यहाँ ही थे अपने घर में. शाम के 7 बजे हम लोग घर से निकल गए थे. जब पता चला कि कबाली लोग आ रहे हैं, हम लोग चले गए थे घर से. फिर रात को हम ऊपर जंगल में रहे. तो सुबह फिर वहाँ 12 बजे तक हम लोग सब देखते रहे कि घर में अभी हम लोग चले जाएंगे वापस. फिर हमारे सब जो बुज़ुर्ग बड़े लोग थे वो घर में आए. यहाँ उन्होंने कहा नहीं जाना. हम फिर आगे चलते गए और गांव में कोई 15-20 दिन ऐसे हम लोग चलते रहे. फिर उसके बाद काउंटर इच्छा में जैसे उन्होंने बोला वहाँ लग गया था. फिर उधर से रात के 9 बजे हमारा सारा जो सरदार लोगों का वो जत्था था, वो काफ़ी लोग थे वहाँ. फिर हम श्रीनगर में आ गए रास्ते से. और
आपने रेडर्स देखा है?
हाँ, हमने देखे.
तो
हम लोग चलते थे, हमारे इधर भी बाएं दाएं वो लोग, इधर से गोलियां इधर से गोलियां. हमारे सामने कितने लोग सामने से गिरते गए इधर उधर. सब सामने से वो इतने वो छोटे छोटे कद के लगते थे हम लोगों को.
Were you afraid?
अब डर गए उस वक्त?
डरे क्या, उस वक्त कुछ सब भाग रहे थे तो भागते थे सब. इधर से भी गोली उधर से भी गोली. सब किसी का कुछ पता नहीं था कौन कहाँ है. बस अपना था. बस अकेले भागते रहते थे सब. अपनी फैमिली से घर के आदमी भी जुदा हो गए थे.
Even one member of the family didn't know about another member. Everybody was running for life.
Did you know any of the young women who had problems with the raiders?
हाँ, बहुत ज़्यादा. सबको प्रॉब्लम थी बहुत ज़्यादा उस वक्त.
नहीं, जो महिलाएं थी उस समय जो
हाँ,
young
सब.
थी,
हाँ.
उनके साथ कोई ऐसा?
हाँ, वो तो बहुत बीच में बहुत छोटे बच्चे लड़कियां ले जा रहे थे. मतलब और गांव में वो पकड़ के ले जा रहे थे उन लोगों को. छोटे जो बच्चे थे, लड़कियां थी, वो ले जा रहे थे वो लोग भी.
आपकी कोई सहेली या कोई किसी को जानती हो आप जिसको ले गए हो वो?
हाँ, हमारे बहुत हैं वो. हाँ, हमारी फ्रेंड बहुत
एक तो हुआ जो आपने सुना?
नहीं, सुना नहीं, ये हमने सब कुछ आंखों से देखा है.
आपके सामने किसी लड़की को उठा के ले गए?
हाँ, हमारे सामने हमारे चाचा जी की लड़की थी, उनको वो लोग ले गए थे. 3 बहनें थी, वो तीनों को.
ये कहाँ से ले गए उनको?
ये कुमराज साइड से ले गए थे.
3 daughters of uncle were taken away by them.
And these daughters, these are your cousins who were taken away. Did they ever come back to Baramulla?
वो वापस आ गई?
नहीं, अभी तक उनको कुछ पता नहीं.
Nothing is known about them till date.
That must be a great sadness for you.
उससे आपको तो काफी दुख होगा.
हाँ, क्यों नहीं है. हमारे डैडी की डेथ भी उन दिनों में हो गई थी उन लोगों से.
उन्होंने मार डाला?
हाँ, मेरी मामी को 3 गोलियां लग गई थी, मेरे भाई को. सबके साथ बहुत बुरा हुआ था.
आपकी फैमिली में कितने लोगों को उन्होंने मार डाला?
हमारी फैमिली में एक हमारे डैडी को ही डेथ हो गई थी, और दूसरा ये 3-4 आदमी यहाँ थे जो हमारे बुजुर्ग थे, उनकी हो गई थी.
What were the names of your cousins?
The girls who were taken away. ये जो आपकी कजिन थी ना जिनको वो ले गए,
हाँ.
उनके नाम बताइए.
एक का नाम नसीब कौर था, दूसरी का हरबंस कौर था, तीसरी का नाम तेजिंदर कौर था. ये 3 लड़कियां थी जो हमारी कज़न थी. तीनों का कुछ पता नहीं अभी तक.
How old were they?
कितनी बड़ी थी? उनकी उम्र क्या थी?
बस यही 16-17 साल.
16 to 17.
हाँ, बस इतनी थी सब.
When such terrible things had happened, it was very brave of you to come back here.
इतनी ऐसी घटनाएं हुई तो उसके बाद भी फिर वापस आ गई. उसके लिए तो साहस चाहिए था, हिम्मत चाहिए थी.
नहीं, हम लोग फिर वापस नहीं आए उन लोगों के पास. फिर हम लोग दिल्ली में रहे, जहाँ ये कैंप लग गए, वहाँ ही रहे. کافی دیر کے بعد پھر ہم لوگ آپس میں ملے.
They went to Delhi and lived in camps there and came back after a long time.
What did you hear about what happened at the convent?
Convent میں کیا ہوا تھا آپ نے کیا سنا؟
کس جگہ میں؟
کانوینٹ جو
اچھا یہ ہاسپٹل جو ان کی ایک مطلب ماسی جی تھے وہاں، تو وہ اس وقت ان کے بچے ٹھیک نہیں تھے، وہاں وہ بچے لے کے ہاسپٹل میں تھے. یہ جو مدریں تھیں نا وہ جلوس نکال کے، جب یہ قبالی لوگ آ رہے تھے وہ جلوس نکال کے ان کے آگے لال جھنڈی لے کے جا رہے تھے. ان لوگوں نے کچھ نہیں سنا، انہوں نے گولیاں 2-3 چلا دی. ایک ان کی مدر بڑی والی جو اس کی ڈیتھ ہو گئی تھی. پھر ان کے ماسی جی کہتے ہیں وہ سیدھے ہاسپٹل میں آگے وہ لوگ ایسے پیروں سے ہلا کے ادھر ادھر چارپائیوں سے نیچے سب کو مارتے پیٹتے دیکھتے تھے کون کیسا ہے کون کیسا ہے. وہ کہتے ہیں ہم 2 بچوں کے ساتھ ایک باتھ روم میں چلے گئے، 2 بچے گودی میں لے کے میں باتھ روم میں چلی گئی، دروازہ میں نے بند کر دیا، مگر سب کے ساتھ انہوں نے اچھا سلوک نہیں کرا. سب کو ادھر سے لاٹھی یہ سوٹی سے ہلاتے چلاتے دیکھتے، سب ہاسپٹل میں چکر کاٹ کے تو نکل گئے سب.
یہ جو جلوس آپ نے کہا، یہ جلوس کیوں نکلا، کس نے
یہ
نکالا؟
جب یہ قبالی لوگ آ رہے تھے نا، یہ سیدھے آ رہے تھے سری نگر کے لیے جا رہے تھے، پھر یہ بارامولے کے بیچ میں رک گئے. یہ انہوں نے بتایا تھا جو ہاسپٹل میں تھے، تو وہ کہتے ہیں کہ سیدھے ہمارے ہاسپٹل میں آ گئے. جب ان کی بڑی وہ مدر کی ڈیتھ ہو گئی تھی، اس کو گولی چلی، وہ اس کی ڈیتھ ہو گئی، تو وہ پھر سارے ہاسپٹل میں وہ گھومتے رہے دیکھتے رہے، سب ہاسپٹل میں ان لوگوں نے گھیرا ڈال دیا.
آپ نے ان سے کہا نا کہ کوئی لال وہ جھنڈا لے کے،
ہاں جھنڈا لے کے. یہ
کس نے نکالا تھا جلوس؟
یہ جو ہاسپٹل میں رہتی تھی یہ مدر لوگ نا، انہوں نے نکالا.
کیوں؟
وہ ان کے آگے جا رہے تھے کہ ہم لوگ یہاں رہتے ہیں، ہمارا ہاسپٹل ہے، آپ لوگ ہمارے سے نہیں چھیڑیں گے. ہم لوگ جلوس نکال کے آگے چلے جائیں گے، وہ لوگ ہمارے سے نہیں چھیڑیں گے. وہ اس لیے جلوس نکال کے وہ 3 4 5 آدمی آگے جا رہے تھے لال جھنڈی لے کے کہ یہ لوگ آ رہے ہیں تو ہمارے ساتھ نہیں چھیڑیں گے. مگر انہوں نے ان کو بھی کوئی لحاظ نہیں دیکھا، انہوں نے ویسے بھی گولی ان کو چلا دی.
اچھا 4-5 لوگوں کا ہی جلوس تھا؟
ہاں وہ 5 6 8 مدریں تھیں، عورتیں تھیں، انہوں نے جلوس نکالا تھا ہاسپٹل سے.
She says when the raiders were in town, these nuns from the convent came out in a procession and were carrying red flags or something. She says flags, whether it was a red cross, whatever. So they wanted to tell them that we are nuns here, it's a convent, and they shouldn't harass them, but they didn't care. They opened fire and just stormed into the convent and kicked at anybody who came in their way, just used batons, everything. And her cousin was there with her 2 children, and she just bolted herself and her children inside a bathroom, just shut her up there, and that's how she was saved. اس کو کچھ نہیں ہوا تھا نا؟
نہیں وہ کہتے ہیں ہم باتھ روم میں بچے لے کے.
She shut herself up inside a bathroom, and that's how she saved herself and her children.
Did you know the nuns? Had you met the nuns?
کبھی ملی تھی آپ ان سے ننس کے ساتھ؟
نہیں ہم نہیں ملے، مگر وہ ان کے ساتھ تھے. پھر وہ نند جو تھی نا، وہ ماسی جی ہماری کو اپنے ساتھ لے گئے تھے. وہ بھی ادھر سے چلی گئی تھی بارامولے سے، پھر ان کو وہ وہاں لے گئے تھے اپنے ساتھ لدھیانے میں. لدھیانے میں سب دہلی میں.
The nuns took her cousin with them and her children to Delhi.
پھر 1 سال کے بعد ان لوگوں کا ہم کو پتہ چلا تھا کہ وہ ان کے ساتھ ہیں، پھر ہم لوگ ان کو لے کے وہاں سے آئے.
And they came to know about her a year later and brought her back.
آپ کی مہربانی کے لیے بہت
کیا نام تھا آپ کی ماسی کا؟
مکھن کور.
Makhan Kaur is the name of a cousin.
Makhan Kaur,
Who was in
who was in the hospital.
Yes.